Hello, astute investors and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel where we demystify the complex world of market dynamics, especially when it comes to those intriguing hard-to-borrow stocks. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating ticker that's been flashing bright red on our screener, ATPC Corporation, or ATPC. Important disclaimer, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Let's get acquainted with ATPC. ATPC Corporation is an investment holding company operating in the consumer defensive/packaged foods sector, specifically focused on supplying health and wellness products and health solution advisory services primarily in Malaysia. With a current market cap of just $2.06 million, it's a micro-cap player. Our data indicates an estimated float of roughly 0.5 million shares, which is a key number to keep in mind for our discussion today. What is cost to borrow and why it matters? Before we get further into ATPC, let's quickly explain one of the most critical metrics we track, cost to borrow, or CTB. When an investor wants to short sell a stock, they don't own the shares they are selling. Instead, they borrow them from another investor, sell them, hoping to buy them back later at a lower price, and return them. The cost to borrow is essentially the annualized interest rate or fee you pay to borrow those shares. It's paid to the lender for the privilege of holding their shares. Why does it matter? A high CTB is like a flashing warning sign, indicating that shares are difficult to find, in high demand for shorting, or both. And yes, these fees can absolutely exceed 100% on an annualized basis, especially for stocks with extremely limited supply and high short interest. Why the stock is hard to borrow right now. Now let's talk about ATPC Corporation. Highlight CTB ATPC currently boasts an eye-popping cost to borrow fee of 709.6% annualized. That number alone tells you something significant about the current scarcity and demand for shorting this stock. With an estimated float of only 0.5 million shares, any significant short interest can quickly make shares incredibly difficult to locate and extremely expensive to hold short. Our internal composite squeeze score for ATPC sits at 49.9 out of 100, which is an intriguing mid-range score, indicating several factors are aligning. We don't have current shares available to borrow, but the sky-high CTB strongly suggests supply is constrained. Looking at recent price action, ATPC has seen 0.0% today, a plus 1.54% change over the last 5 days, and a minus 11.45% decline over the last 30 days. Volume has been incredibly low, with today's volume at just 37,050 shares, a stark contrast to its 30-day average volume of 1,741,445 shares, resulting in a 0x relative volume today. This lack of liquidity in recent trading makes the high CTB even more notable. Squeeze mechanics explained. So, what happens when a stock like ATPC becomes hard to borrow with a high CTB? This is where the potential for a short squeeze comes in. A short squeeze occurs when the price of a stock rapidly increases, forcing short sellers who have borrowed shares and sold them to buy them back to limit their losses. This covering creates additional buying pressure, pushing the price even higher and creating a powerful feedback loop. For ATPC Corporation, if a significant number of shares are held short and the cost to maintain those short positions remains incredibly high, short sellers could be under immense pressure. It's like a ticking time bomb for short positions. However, it's crucial to understand that a high cost to borrow does not guarantee a squeeze. It can also signify that short sellers have very strong conviction that the stock will decline further, and they are willing to pay a premium to maintain their positions. Dilution risk check. A critical step in evaluating any potential short squeeze candidate is to check for dilution risk. Dilution occurs when a company issues new shares, which increases the total number of outstanding shares and can reduce the value of existing shares. This can be devastating for a short squeeze thesis because it provides new shares that short sellers can potentially use to cover their positions, or simply diminishes the impact of a buying pressure. For ATPC, our check found no recent dilutive SEC filings -1/-3/424B in the last 90 days. We also found no recent reverse split for ATPC Corporation in our look-back window, which is a positive sign for short squeeze enthusiasts. Important disclaimer, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes financial, investment, or trading advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. For ATPC Corporation, with its current low volume and extremely high CTB, what should you watch for? Keep an eye out for any significant increase in trading volume, especially if it's accompanied by upward price momentum. Show volume chart a sustained pickup in volume, particularly above its 30-day average of 1.7 million shares, could indicate renewed interest or potential buying pressure. Also, continue to monitor the cost to borrow data, and any available shares to borrow. A shrinking supply combined with persistent high CTB would amplify the pressure. Any news or catalysts from ATPC Corporation regarding its health and wellness products in Malaysia could also serve as a potential spark. ATPC Corporation, or ATPC, certainly presents an interesting case study with its astonishing 709.6% annualized cost to borrow fee and low float. While these are strong indicators of a stock that is difficult and expensive to short, remember that investing in such situations carries significant risk. This analysis is purely for educational purposes to understand the mechanics of hard-to-borrow stocks and potential squeeze setups. If you found this breakdown of ATPC Corporation and short squeeze mechanics helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more unique stock analysis, and let us know your thoughts or questions about ATPC in the comments below.